Hi, friends. It's Allison. Welcome back to AJ's Inspired Life. I am trying to get just caught up in this journal this month, you guys, and I'm going to bring you along for the ride. This was a longer one and it's all over the place. And so I thought maybe I would edit it a bit and do a voiceover so it's not quite as painful. Those are just some cutouts that I have pulled literally this day, which was yesterday for me, out of like junk mail that came or whatnot, like Costco magazine and ads and stuff like that. So I I pulled a few. Some have words, some have pictures. I'm just putting them in piles that like where I'm going to use them. So I liked that one little picture there. I thought it was cute. I think that's from a Costco. That little thing said, "Do you need inspiration?" I thought that was something I would use, but I like that little image. So I'm just cutting that out and putting it in my little image box. And then you can see that one, I kept that picture of the queen, if you will, because my daughter is definitely into The Crown, and now she's gotten me into it. So she's been watching that every night. That was a picture of Buddy you saw. So I had done a process video. It's probably like 2 videos now, kind of catching up what I could a little bit from when I got back from this trip. And I'm just back in these pages. I'm trying to put them together a little bit. So you see me playing around here a little bit. When I had done the first go round at kind of getting stuff on the pages, I hadn't printed up any pictures yet. So that was just a picture of us from the shower. And then, like I said, that's a picture of Buddy. And it takes me a minute. I'm flipping around just a little bit in my book, putting things in the pages where they go, and then kind of need to figure out, where to start. So I'm looking at a map because my husband's driving across country. And so I was gonna, when I went through my maps, I was gonna try and like put actually like where he's at or whatever. And I just figured I don't need that. So I'm gonna just use a piece of it to kind of document that. So I'm I'm trying to put Queen Elizabeth on the deluxe vanity kit envelope you see there, but I like her more kind of up in that corner. So it for those of you that don't, I think it's in the Costco magazine that I got that one. There was a little blurb next to it. I don't know what it was selling or what it was. I don't remember the article itself, but the little blurb next to it was saying that Queen Elizabeth is known for wearing monochromatic suits, if you will, like dresses or suits, like monochromatic, that can be seen from afar. And it's because she wants people, even when they come out from big crowds or whatever, to be able to say that they saw the queen. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's just so, so royal. So, look at the Buddy boy. Isn't that a fun picture? It was his birthday. He turned 16 and he got a giant bone. You can barely see it in there. He did not quite know what to do with it. It was a giant ham bone that we got him. So I've made him like these dog cakes the last couple years, and he's not a big fan. Like dog cakes, you get the recipe for. They're made out of sweet potato and oat and canned dog food and whatever else. But I think the bone was a bigger hit. It's not as great as a picture, but that's okay. That's the animal sticker book from Recollections, and they do have like a little birthday party page in there. It's not quite what I'm looking for, so I'm gonna like keep it out and pull I'm gonna go through a couple other sticker books. So just trying to document that, he turned 16. He's an old man. So that's an old Erin Condren. If you've ever had an Erin Condren, that's an old sticker book from Erin Condren. But look right there, it has a happy birthday sticker on it. So pulling out, I'm looking for a journal spot for Buddy, but I'm realizing these are all travel themed, which I had kind of pulled and set aside. And so I'm pulling those out. I'm going to use those to document kind of my husband's road trip. I really like that polka dot I pulled, but it's not, I don't think it's going to make the cut. it doesn't, I don't like it with his picture. So I need to figure out what to mount it on. And I'm going to end up just pulling some scrap paper. So there's my scrap paper drawer, and I'm just playing around a little bit. So we didn't really do anything for Buddy's birthday on Monday, unfortunately. I don't know. Do you guys celebrate your dog's birthdays? We never really did, honestly, for most of his life. But then when he hit like, I don't know, I think at 10, maybe we did it just because that was a bigger one, and then didn't really do anything. And then when he hit 13, I think 13 was like a big year because obviously he's a teenager. So I had 3 teenagers in the house at that time. But I think 13 was a big deal because we didn't know if Buddy was going to make it that long, honestly. And so when we moved in 2016, we didn't even think he would live like the rest of that year. I mean, honestly, and it's just been amazing. He's really thrived actually since we moved, and I don't know the reason. You can speculate all sorts of reasons, but he's so much happier where we live now than where he was before. So we're just grateful that he's been here so for that long. So, and he's doing okay. He's on some like arthritis meds, if you will, but he's got like a gimp in his get along, as my mom would say. A hitch in your get along. Got a hitch in my get along. So that's me trying to get my glue out of my bottle. I know it's exciting for you guys to watch, but I am determined to use my glue that I have. And I don't mind the liquid glue. I know it creates some, or can create some kind of gapping, or I don't mind at all. This journal's, I mean, it is what it is. So I don't use it in my scrapbooking, obviously. So just adding that little birthday sticker there. And then they've got this little, it's a little birthday hat. And then I was like, oh, he needs a little bit bigger birthday hat. That one's actually too small. So I found that little blue one. And that's like the only sticker I used off that whole page. So, I mean, literally those sticker books could last forever because I don't use a whole scene of them. I use one little sticker like that. So I need to use more stickers probably and just stop not wanting to use my stuff, I guess. I don't know. We talk about that a lot on here, I know. Or just in the community. Sometimes we hoard things or save. Maybe we save precious things that maybe I always think that maybe there's a better page or a better thing or perfect thing to use it on. And obviously the perfect thing to use it on is the thing I'm working on right now. So I'm just cutting out a little journal spot there with some paper from like a blank journal that has some kind of fun pages in it with like some coloring, and I'm just going to make a journal spot. That's me using, the ends of the glue. So I originally think I saw it on Melanie Sullivan's channel, and then Sweet Elizabeth over at Never Hopeless also does that, but she scoops it out. I guess Melanie does too. She scoops it out and puts it into another glue stick where it's all together and makes like a new glue stick. And I think Elizabeth puts it in the freezer or something. I don't know. I just scoop it out with that knife and use it. And then I'll throw away the thing. And I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer of how to not use as much plastic in my daily life. And I do sit in awareness over it. And I try to use things not that harm the earth, I guess, when possible. It's hard. It's hard. Even our food comes in plastic wrap, right? Our fresh food often even is, I don't even know. Anyway, glue sticks is one of the things that I have a conscious awareness that I might be able to do differently, but I do not know the answer. So if you guys have something you think is more eco-friendly, please let me know. When my kids were in, oh, look at this sweet picture. Okay, I'll tell you about that page in a minute. When my kids were in elementary school, we did this huge, in California, we ran a whole like green earth program at their elementary school through the PTA, and we had like trash free lunches, and we also ran a TerraCycle program. And I don't know if you guys have heard of TerraCycle, but it was pretty cool because they recycle everything, like all the pens, all the glue sticks, all the bags you eat, all the chip bags and stuff, that anything that has that silver lining on the inside, that metallic silver lining, it all goes to TerraCycle. And then they go build stuff with it, like park benches. And so we collected however many pounds of, trash. And then you get to go on their website and see how much you did. And it's a fundraiser for the school. But I miss feeling at least like I'm doing something productive with all of my plastic, like my glue sticks. So I don't know where I went. I'm looking for something. I thought I cut some of this out, but I'm trying to fix. I put a little washi tape that's really old washi. It says like happy birthday on it. That sticker, I think I'm going to put some glue on. I can't see it over the recording. Yeah, I'm putting glue on it. So the recording, when you do the voiceover, if you guys don't do it, at least on my phone, which is where I do this, blocks a good portion of the video. So sometimes I can't see the detail of what I'm working on in the video. But here I'm putting some more washi on, I think, at the bottom, just to note the birthday boy buddy. And yeah, see, that washi is so old, it's just not even sticking. And I think that you missed me fighting with it. I think I cut that part out because it was old and sticky and not peeling right, I guess. So, and you can just see I'm flipping back and forth between pages. This is kind of what I do when I have a catch up. If I'm not current in my journal, I flip back and forth and put a little bit here and a little bit there, and try and figure out what I want to do. So I took that card out of the pocket on the previous page and popped a picture on there of my boy and my husband. And on this page, I'm going to use one of those Project Life cards I just pulled. It's like a picture of a map. I don't know if it's showing up there. It's a picture of like a map as the floor, and then a little model car driving, like, right? A little, I don't know. It's very cute. So I'm going to put that to just note that he is a driving machine. My husband, flew back. The crazy thing is he couldn't go to the family wedding with me last weekend because of the C word. And because if he traveled, his company would still make him quarantine or not come in for 2 weeks, which he can't do. And so he didn't go. And this week they've changed. And so they flew people up to help at his job, and they gave him the week off. And yeah, basically told him to have a great week off. So he flew back to see my boy, who just left last week, and pack up his car and bring the car all the way back to Washington, which is across our entire nation pretty much. So it's crazy. So you can see as you're looking at those pictures, I've done a few journal with me's, like with you guys. So some of those pages are complete. Maybe I need to do some more journal with me's because most of those pages are not complete. You can see almost every one of them has a sticky note on it, and most of them have some decoration down, but some of them don't have very much decoration down, and it's just not done. I just have not had the time to go down there. I'm actually home from work today, or working from home today, I should say. And so I would like to go down and spend a little bit of time down there, but we'll see. We'll see what I can get done. I am looking in, I think I cut out some of the sticker book things. Maybe not. We'll see. Those are some travel sticker books off to the right. And then thinking that I'm going to use those like on some of my stuff for my husband traveling. And I don't know if I cut out. Oh, there's Mickey Mouse because that's coming up. What I'm looking for, I'm going through my stickers and I'm looking for a food because that dinner, there's the food ones. That dinner tab, I ordered, it was my son's girlfriend's last night here before she went back for college. And I was going to take them out to dinner, like a nice dinner, And it was so late by the time they got done doing what they were doing, like playing volleyball with their friends and all that kind of stuff, that the restaurants were all closing. And so we live in like a small town and everything closes like by 9. And I know that sounds late for dinner, and it is late for dinner, and anyway. So I was like, oh no, we're not going to make it. And anyway, so I just ordered them a nice dinner at this Italian restaurant. And so they actually picked it up, and they were so sweet. They had like a little Italian dinner date night at our kitchen table. They played Italian music, and it was so sweet. And then we just hung out for a while, and then I went to bed, and they, I don't even know. I think they went back to her house, I think, like to help her pack and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, so I was looking, the whole point of that story is I was looking in my food stickers for like, a picture of spaghetti. And this is where I get stuck because I know I have one, and I even think it doesn't matter at this point. Like I just had to say I'm not going to use a thing of spaghetti. So if I find one, I have a space, obviously I can add it or something like that. So, but that was why I had to get all the sticker books out for that, and then didn't find one. So I just put some hearts on there, and then I'm just going to doodle a little bit and write. You guys, every time I start filming, I start yawning. My daughter and her boyfriend went to look at a couple universities that day, spent the day, I don't know, on campus and looking at, they don't want to go to either one of them. It's just nice to kind of go look at different campuses, and it was a nice little day trip for them. And I don't know. I think it's good to see the differences and, know what different campuses feel like when you're there. I mean, there's one thing to obviously know about the academics, but each campus has its own kind of culture, if you will, and like energy and all of it's weird right now because some of them aren't even up and functioning full force, but you can still kind of get, walk around it, see how easy transportation is around it, what the size of the campus is, just, all the goodness. So, and then I was writing that when I prepped this page, I was talking to you guys about, they went to this boba place that is like you make your own boba. I forgot the name of it, but anyway, and you guys' comments crack me up. But no, I do not care for it at all. So, but I did just hear yesterday, for those of you in the U.S., that Costco now has like boba ice cream or boba ice cream sandwiches or something, boba frozen ice something treat. To which I was like, that's disgusting. However, I think my girl would really like them. So I'll see when I go to Costco next time if they have them. But every once in a while, Costco gets some pretty cool, I don't know what I would call them. I'd call them like variety objects, or they have the like margarita popsicles. That's a hit. They're like, what do you call those? Otter Pops? But they have alcohol in them. Yeah. Those were sold out immediately, time and time again. So I don't know how well the Boba Pops are going to do. I doubt they outsell the... there's the tape I was fighting with. You can see me still messing with it. It is probably one of my oldest rolls of tape from Michael's, but I love it so much with the little cupcakes on it. And I literally cut out like 3 minutes of me fighting with it because it just won't do what it's supposed to do. And I was not going to like leave my craft room, go upstairs to the kitchen, put it in the microwave and all that. But I could have in the 3 minutes I wasted trying to figure it out. So that's another reason to use your stuff, right? Not let it sit because it goes bad. I mean, pens dry up if you don't use them, glue dries up, whatever. So I'm just talking to myself. I'm not talking to you people. I'm talking to me. Use up your stuff, Allison. So I'm just journaling there, and I spelled, I know I spelled the next thing wrong. This is what I shared with you. My daughter got to go to a birthday party that night. It was super cool. They rented out the whole movie theater, which is what our theater's doing now to kind of, recapture some money from being closed for so long. You can rent it out. It's still safe. They only allow so many people in there, whatever. But so they rented it out for a birthday party for her friend, and then got to watch Mamma Mia, which is my daughter's like all-time favorite movie. So she was super stoked. And to see it in the theater is amazing. So this is me trying to get that pen to work, the glitter pen. It's not having it either because it's probably been sitting in my drawer too long. So I'm just messing with it. But I've been enjoying just doing some sort of little outline or whatever on some of my pages. So oftentimes that's just with a marker. I mean, I know you guys see me do that all the time, but you can just see that pen is not in the mood either, as much as I shake it, and gotta use it. So anyway, my husband has gone, and he is driving now because he's amazing. I cannot do it. I'm so tired all the time. I cannot drive through the night. I'm too old for that. I cannot even imagine. But he is cruising. He's already halfway. It's about a little over 3,000 miles. And he is about halfway, and he left last night. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. So all I can ask him is to please be safe and pull over and sleep when he feels the need, which he says he does. So I don't know. So again, just adding some doodles to these pages. I could add a lot more ephemera and whatnot, but I've just been enjoying a little bit of kind of making marks, if you will, just making marks on the page. And that's me just doodling some circles and adding some color there. So I think down in the right, you can see I have my banana sticker. I have mine from this morning too that I want to add to today's page. I've been enjoying the banana stickers. I don't know why that movie sticker's coming out now. It's the movie Soul. Is that a brand new movie? I thought it came out a while ago. And I haven't seen it, but maybe it is out now. I don't even know. But anyway, it's on all the bananas now, and I really like the characters. So I'm going to use up the free sticker. That isn't really free, but, I'm paying for the banana. But these little circle doodles I've done since I was a little girl. I don't know why. They're just what I do. And oftentimes in my notes, especially if I'm on the phone or in high school, you could see it would cover my whole page. And so I don't know why. I just felt like adding them to my pages recently. I haven't done it in a long time. And I'm just trying to, I don't know. Like I said, it just adds a little color, but I don't know when they came back to me or why necessarily, but that's why they're making a show here. That's why they're making popping up on my page for you guys. So I know it's exciting to watch me doodle, but okay, so I'm working on the 16th right now. That page is April 16th. And I think that, let's count. I'll count while I'm doodling. I'm looking. I have one. I don't even think that page is done. Maybe one. Yeah. I think I have 2 pages done in my April journal. So, yeah, I just have to keep working like a little bit at a time on it because I want to get the memories down, and I want to work in it, but I don't know how I've fallen so far behind this month. But I did tell you, I think in my last video, I did take a lot of notes this last weekend, like on my phone, like things I heard. And oh my gosh, you guys, children's names. And so I was sitting out by the pool. I got about 40 minutes by the pool by myself this weekend in between the wedding craziness. And so I was, of course, hearing all the little kids and the families and whatever. And I was like, I'm going to write down because they just had these amazing little names. It's just so sweet. I love listening to like what their names are as the parents call them or whatnot. They had some pretty cool names. So adding sushi to that day, we went out and had a lovely family dinner to say goodbye to my boy that night before he headed back to school. And I'm just noting there that, we went to Rue's soccer game, and then they have a few amazing fruit farms out there, and there's a giant fruit stand. I mean, literally right by her field. We just walk over to it. And so we not always because we're there all the time, but often pick up fruit, fresh fruit and vegetables there. And even though she lost, she had some amazing saves. And so we got some great footage for her tapes for colleges. So, and I did start a couple load of laundry that day. And that day was day 7 of the 75 hard challenge I'm doing. So there's a little sticker down there to note that. And I'm noting that those printouts on the bottom, I think, are from Grandma Allison. I think those came in her Happy Meal, along with that movie one. But I'm noticing like this working full-time gig is getting in the middle of me doing other stuff. So I haven't had like a tight schedule, if you will, in a long time. And so I just always Monday has always been my day for a little bit because everybody else goes away and does their thing. And that was the day it was just quiet. I could do all the laundry. I could reset the stuff, whatever. Monday was like a good reboot day, and I don't have that anymore. And so I'm, on the weekends, it's like, we need to get this stuff done. So I started a bunch of laundry, and I'm just writing in pencil. I already told you guys about that movie, but I have to look up. Someone said it in the comments, but I gotta look it up. My husband finally got to watch the movie he wanted to watch, which I'm going to write here was like another horrible movie choice, in my humble opinion. And so I just write like another movie night spent with the family. It was wasted. And good news, it'll be my pick soon. We really had 3. Well, in all fairness, like the first one was bad. And then the second one we thought was the one my husband wanted to watch, but it wasn't. But we were like, well, we're going to watch it now because we're in it. And we had people over, like you don't want to restart a movie with. Anyway, so we watched that one, and it was like, I don't know, violent. And then this night we watched my husband's movie, the one he did want to watch. And I was like, what are we watching? This is crazy. Like, people are just dying. Like, no, they're not. They're not dying. People are being killed. Like I don't even know. We were timing it for a while, and my daughter thought it was every like 10 minutes in the movie. It's like, oh gosh, I was cracking up. So I don't know what I'm going to pick for my movie. And again, I've said it on here before. I'm not like anti-violence. I like all those movies. But these were just like gruesome. I don't even know. I know I've already talked to you guys about it, and you guys are so sweet. You're like, I think it's this movie, or, oh, I watched that movie. And because you guys always have all the knowledge. So, and I do want to say a shout out. I think, was it Debbie V, who commented on my video last time about the woodpecker. Oh my gosh. So I had said in here that we have a woodpecker that pecks on our chimney, and it's so loud. It vibrates through the house. It doesn't shake the house, but like, no, vibrating is not the word either. Like, you can hear it. It is throughout the whole house, right? And when we first moved here, we did not know what it was. And we're like, oh my gosh, it was scary. But anyway, so I had said, like, I don't think he's that bright. Like, I don't know if it's a new little baby bird. I don't know. I just don't know. But I don't think he's making the cut for the evolution of woodpeckers, if you will. And sure enough, Debbie comments, and she's like, I had to look it up. And girl, you crack me up. So apparently he's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. And they call it a thing. And I forgot what it is, but they're tinging, I guess. And apparently they do it on other metal things as well, like poles or whatever. And it's part of his thing that he does for the ladies. He's trying to get their attention. And so I just wrote back, I'm like, oh, I feel bad. I thought he was the dumb one. And apparently he's like the Rico Suave one. He's trying to show the ladies that, he's a good woodpecker. And so I was just cracking up. I was like, thank goodness I'm not a woodpecker, because I wouldn't choose him. And then I'd choose the dumb one, and then we wouldn't survive much longer. So, but anyway, you guys always look up what I don't know when I'm taping. Often words or names kind of like fly by me, and I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot the name of that. And then sure enough, you guys are always there. So thank you so much for that. This is Lynn's cut apart, and I do really like these. I like the idea because it's all the times of the day, every hour or half hour or something. And so I just noted, like, I put the 5 a.m. or I'm going to put the 5 a.m. on the left, and then I'm putting the 5 p.m. on that card. And so I'll then add my journaling that way. But my husband left this morning, or that morning, Tuesday morning, for to go back and see my son in South Carolina. And so he left here at 5. Well, we left our house at 5, to drive to the airport. And then at 5 p.m., he was with my boy in South Carolina. And obviously that's 5 p.m. their time, and there's an hour difference, and not hour, a few hours difference. But anyway, I thought it was kind of fun. So 5 a.m. he was in one state, and 5 p.m. he was all the way across our nation. And my boy picked him up. They were already headed to get some good food. So I just thought that would be a fun way to kind of document time that day. And I don't know if I'm going to add... I'm looking for, there's the stickers. So I have these like puffy stickers, I guess. Again, saving them for my scrapbooking, which I'm not doing. So I'm like, I'm going to put them in my journal. And even though they're bumpy, again, I don't care. This is only a month. We're obviously almost at the end, and my journal is super fat. So I don't care. And I put a little palm. Okay, so to finish that up, I put a little palm tree on there. I got cut off there. I had a phone call, sorry. So we're almost done. Anyway, so I just wanted to note that he left one state, and then he got to the other state, and then I got a picture of him, and that's always my proof of life, right? So I always ask them to, my husband and my kids, like, send me a picture. So I do have the little, I think we're going to, let's see. Okay, so that is today. That's the day I'm filming this. And I have a little note in the corner, and I put the little Mickey sticker there, and I'm going to make some notes because it's time to start packing for our trip for February. So I'm excited about that. And I'm not a Disney person per se. I've never been to Disney World just because we grew up by Disneyland. We went every week. So, but I think it's time, and I'm not too sure if I'm going to go. I think just the kids are going to go. They have it all planned, and so we'll see. But anyway, I need to start buying tickets, and we were looking into all the details. And fortunately, they go all the time, my cousin's family, so they know all the inside scoop. So anyway, just made a little note about that and got to use some of my Disney stickers. And then journaling just a little bit more. So that's kind of where I'm going to end it. For this session, I'm trying to get little pieces done on each page as we go, and figure out. Yeah, I got to go back. Obviously, would I count 1 or 2 pages that are actually done? So we'll see. We'll see about that. But I did note about my husband driving. He's already like 4 states away. He's crazy. He's just an amazing. Anyway, so that's it for me, you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Take care. Bye.